Okay, so hi, I guess now it we are live, right? So hi everyone, how are you? How are you all? So a very good evening, and I welcome you all to yet another, sorry, Java Essentials program, right? So before we move ahead, right, how are you all? And just give me a confirmation if you can hear me very clearly and also can see me quite well. Just a quick confirmation in the chat, guys. So all the people who have gathered here. Okay, just let me switch to the live chat. Right, great. So great, thank you, Siva Prasad, for the confirmation, and I guess we can start off right away, right? So of course, I'm not going to be the person who's training you. So I'm Prasad. I'm one of the person at Let's Upgrade who help other team members, right? So the trainer is going to be Abhishek sir, who is going to teach you, right? So before we move on ahead with the training part, I would like to take few minutes to explain you about how, as a student, you have to, follow the program and what all things you have to do, right? So let me just quickly share my screen, and also I have an announcement to make for all those Java developers who are in there and want to crack a product based company. So I have an announcement to make, which I'll make in next 5 minutes, right? So before, just let me just share my screen. And right, and mods, can you just add my screen share? Right, I guess. Okay, so now it's on. Right. So guys, so this is where you're watching the video actually. So let me just go and stop. Can you just add my screen share? So I guess. Okay, so now it's on. Okay, so now, right, a few things which you guys need to understand is, since it's an online program, right, so there are attendance, assignment, submission, projects which will be there, and at the end of the program you'll be getting a certificate. So first thing for the whole thing to start is the registration process, right? So all of you guys who have directly joined via YouTube suggestions or have come to know by their friends, please go and register for the program. So you just scroll down, open up the description box, and you will see this one link. All you do is just click on this one link and it will take you to that page, right, where basically it will let you enroll if you have not done it yet. So it will basically show you a pop-up that, guys, please go and enroll, right? So this is how the pop-up should come for you as well, and all you have to do is just go and enroll. If you don't have an account, please create one and verify your number via OTP, right? So once everything is done, a successful enrollment is there, you will get an email and a WhatsApp text confirming your registration. The second thing is to understand this dashboard. This basically will explain you your progress throughout the program and what all things you have missed out, or what, like, how much more progress do you need to basically download the certificates. So let's understand this. So as you know, it's a 5 days program starting from today till Friday, and the next 5 days you're going to learn from Abhishek how you can utilize the power of Java, how you can get started in Java, how you can, if you want to become a Java developer, so what are the building blocks of Java and what is the roadmap ahead, right? Now, if you see this progress bar, right, and just click on the help button, it should basically give you a pop-up where it says that you can only download a certificate when the program is over and you have a progress of more than 50%, right? So there are two mandatory things for the certificate to be downloaded. That is, you should have a progress of more than 50, and then you should also make sure that the program is over. And coming down, you have the doubts resolution part, right? You have the Telegram groups and the WhatsApp communities. You can download and just join them for updates. If you want to get your friends on board with us and learn together, we have referral programs also where we are giving away gifts and you get LU coins in return. Coming down, you have the whole schedule for your program starting from like today until the end of the program. This is tomorrow's, and this is the whole schedule. Now, one thing to make sure is that if you are joining this program live, make sure to go and mark your attendance. Okay, just give a rating. If you like the program, just give us a 10. If you think there are suggestions, that advice you want to give, rate accordingly, and make sure that you are letting us know what we can improve on, right? And if you're joining in us in our full stack program, please accordingly mark, right? So that is one. So as soon as you mark your attendance, and similarly one more button would be here, that is the assignment one. Now, since there is no assignment given yet, the button is not there. As soon as any assignment is given by the trainer, the same should be available here. It will be a button where it shows that view and submit assignments, and we accept assignments only in GitHub URLs. So you have to upload your assignments to your GitHub account and then share the GitHub repo with us, right? And this you have to follow for the next 5 days before you go and download our certificates, where you will get you can say a certification in collaboration with Google Developer Groups, NSCDC, and ITM Group of Institutions, right? So far, any queries if you guys have, you can just put up in the chat before I go ahead. How to enroll? There's a link in the description, and mods, if you can just please put the links in the chat. And those who have just joined, right, please scroll the video back and just see the onboarding process, right? So this is a very important thing. Do not miss out, or you might not be able to get your certificate. So all the 300 people who are watching us right now, before we start ahead with Java, make sure that you are enrolling, marking your attendance, submitting your assignments, and then getting your certificates, right? So all queries, Java Spring Boot is not a part of the essentials program. That, yes, I'm coming to that. So we are planning to launch a special program for Java where we'll teach all those things. So a workshop kind of thing, right? We'll teach Java, JDBC, APIs, connections, our Spring Boot, Hibernate, and all those stuff. Yes, the certification is very valid. So you can actually go and verify your certificates and get it checked. Right? So okay, so I hope there are no queries coming in the chat. So just a quick announcement, guys, for all those guys, all those people, all those students who want to start their career in Java and also need help with preparing for interviews, cracking their DSA. Let's Upgrade is very soon coming with a Java and DSA bootcamp. So it is going to be a small closed cohort, you can say 3 to 4 months of program where we are going to basically just focus on mastering you in your DSA skills along with Java, and make sure that you can appear for the product based companies and crack those interviews as well. So that is going to basically just be a placement cracking bootcamp, right? So it is very going to very soon coming to up, will be up on the website, and we'll also announce. So if you are planning to join that, you can basically come into that program. So it is going to be a limited students batch so that we can get in touch with you and actually understand how we can help you crack your interviews, right? Yes, there is a benefit of the certificate. You can actually get started with Java, because Java, right, it basically seems like a very confusing language, a very hard language. This is what students say. But once you actually start learning Java, once you daily start practicing, Java becomes a very fun language for you, right? So I guess it's about time we call upon your trainer for the whole session, right? So mods, if you can just just remove my screen and get Abhishek on the panel. Right. Hi, Abhishek. So how are you?
Great. I'm good, Prashad.
All good.
Yeah.
So here is Abhishek
Yeah.
for you, and I guess half of you have mostly people have already seen him in a couple of videos, and also he teaches our full stack students, getting them job ready, right? So sir, one more batch here for the Java,
Yeah.
and so,
Yes,
just
Prashad.
to update, we are planning to launch Java DSA bootcamp very soon. It is just in talks. We'll
Hmm.
also get to you where we can make it more useful to the students and help them crack those product based or service based interviews, whatever they want, right? So over to
Yeah.
you, sir. I hope you guys enjoy. Ask as many as questions you can ask to Abhishek and get basically used to Java, because even if no matter what language comes in, right, Java is never going to die. That is something like we all know by now, right? So PHP is gone, .NET is gone, but Java is there to stay, and it has good jobs still after so many years, right? So make sure that you have that skill on your hands, right? So I guess enough of my blabbering, and I guess I'll just leave it to Abhishek to take it here from the next 5 days. All the best, guys. I'll see you around and have a nice learning session and experience with us. Bye bye.
Uh, Thank you. Thank you, Prashad. Thank you. So great. Good evening, everyone. Like I can see 315 people watching here, and yeah. So how to learn about Java core, and like those who have confusion about the bootcamp. So this is our 5-day bootcamp where we are going to discuss about the basics. Okay. So basically, like most of you are confused ki how to start a career in Java or how to enter in the IT field, right? So basically, what you have to do, you have to take a language, right? And after that what happens is like you can take Java, C++ according to your interest. Okay, and how to develop an interest, it is like give some times to C++, Java, and you will get the understanding, yes, I am liking that part, right? So in this boot camp, we are constructing the base. Okay, we are making our base strong so that in future, if you are learning something advanced topic, you are clear with the base. Okay, what happened behind the scene, that should be clear. Okay, so that it is easy to debug, it is easy to understand how to approach a problem statement, it is easy to understand how to like you can say how the thing happened behind the scene, right? So that will be our main agenda of these bootcamp. And so let's start a session, right? Without wasting our time, can you guys write in the chat who all are complete beginner to Java, or who have who have started with the Java programming, or who are new to the coding field. So according to that only we will be conducting the next session. We are creating those sessions according to that part, right? Complete beginner, guys. Okay, beginner. So okay, great. I can see everyone complete beginner, right? Yeah. Attendance side. Okay, related to the attendance, related to the assignment, related to the this certificates, Prashant has already told you that part. And if you have any confusion apart from that, what you can do at the end of the session, we are again going to discuss about that part. Okay. Yeah. Complete beginner, right? Okay. Great. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's start a session. So we will be starting from the scratch, and I will try to build a strong base for you guys, right? So please be there, and let's start a session, right? Without wasting our time, let's start a session. So here, 1 minute. Let me share my screen, right? Yeah, correct. So 1 minute. So anyone from the audience, why we write a program? Anything about programming language? Anything you know about programming language? That is Java, any programming language, why we write a program? Anyone from the audience know about Java? Okay. Yeah, it is free of cost. To convert human to machine understandable code, to develop application, to reduce the fiscal working. Okay, okay, I'm getting a lot of answer from the audience. Okay, great. So everyone is correct. And here, let's open a board here, right? So guys, we learn a programming language. Okay, it is any programming language. We learn a programming language so that we can write a code. Okay, we can write a code, and that code is what? That code will instruct a computer what to do. Okay, instruct a computer what to do, right? Because a computer is a dumb machine. My computer understand nothing if we are not instructing something. If we are not telling computer ki, please do that part, please do this part, it will not understand. So we have to instruct something to the computer, right? So we instruct something with the help of a code, and after that this computer will perform that operation, and after that we get a output on the output screen, right? Simple part. So here the programming language is what? Your Java, C, C++. It can be anyone. Okay, according to the problem statement, it can be anything, right? So let's start with the Java one, right? Here, Java. So basically here Java, right? So let's move to the history part, right? So the agenda is what? First, we are going to discuss about the history part. After that, how the executions happen in Java. After that, we are moving to the practical implementation, right? Okay. So let's start with the history part. It will take 5 minutes, and here, right? So here, the history is what? Java here, right? Java. So basically, there was a team. There was a team at Sun Microsoft. Okay, Sun Microsoft, and the team was led by James Gosling. Okay, so the main member is James Gosling. Apart from that, there are two other members also. That is Mike Sheridan. Okay, and it is Patrick Norton here, right? So these three members with the team, they came up with a language. Okay, they came up with a language that is platform independent. This is the first key point. Okay, we will be discussing about the first key point, that is what is platform independent, right? So they came up with a language that is platform independent at that time. In 1990s, there were C and C++ only already in the industry. Okay, C and C++ already there in the market. Then why Java? Because With the help of Java, we can achieve platform independency. And the second, Java is based on object-oriented programming. So here we got two key points, that is platform independent, and the second key point is what? Object-oriented programming, right? Here. So here, this is the team, and the name of the team is Green Team. Okay, Green Team here. So basically, they are working on a project. Okay, they are trying to develop a tech that is platform independent, and at the same time, they are developing a lot of new feature. They called that tech as Oak. Okay, Oak. So basically, they want a legal copyright on this name. Okay, legal copyright on this name, that is Oak. But uh, due to some legal due to some issues, okay, what happens, they are not able to get the legal copyright on this name. Okay, so they came up with a new name, that is Java. And from 1995 till present, we have the name Java. So this is a simple history of Java. Okay, I think there will be no confusion in the history part. Okay, so till this point, inside Sun Microsoft, there was a team that is led by James Gosling. They came up with a language that is platform independent and object oriented. The name of the team is Green Team. They came up with the language. The name of the language is Oak. Okay, but they are not able to get the legal copyright on this tech, Oak. So they came up with a new language. They came up with a new name. The name is Java in 1995. And from 1995 till present, we have the name Java. Right, everyone? Anyone has any doubt till this point, please write in the chat. Let's see the chat. Yeah, correct. So what is this platform independency and what is this object oriented programming? Okay, let's discuss that part. Let's first discuss about the object oriented programming here, right? Anyone in the chat, what is object oriented programming? Okay, anyone? Please write in the chat what is object oriented programming, guys. After that, we will be going to the platform independent. Okay, anyone from the chat, what is object oriented? Anything you know? Okay, basically what I know is like okay, simple one, oops concept, right? That is class and object. So object oriented programming is based on class and object. Okay, in simple language, guys, what is class and what is object? Okay, yeah, so like these are the features, these are the concept of oops. My question here is, what is class and what is object? Object are basically a blue no, Yogesh, no. Oops concept. Okay, anyone? Program will be based on object, real world entity, जिसमें data type are okay. So like I can see a lot of confusion here is general. Okay, so let's try to understand this concept class and object with the help of a real life example. Okay, let's take okay, let's take Swapnil here, right? Okay, so Swapnil is here, and Swapnil is super rich, right? He's here and he is super rich. He got a lottery and he is very happy here, right? He got a lottery here. Okay, he is very rich and he want to construct a house. Okay, he want to construct a house here, Swapnil, right? So guys, what will be the first thing that Swapnil will do? He has a lot of money. Okay, he won a lottery and he has a lot of money. In order to construct a house, where he will go? Swapnil, where you will go if you have to construct a house? Anyone? Okay, so basically, Swapnil will go to the architecture, right, everyone? Yes or no? Swapnil will go to the architecture. So there is the architecture here, and the work of architecture is what, guys? He will design the house. Okay, design, or you can say he will create a blueprint of the house, or you can say he will create the template of the house, right? And this design, this blueprint or this template will contains properties, like what all properties he want in his house. Okay, whether he want a 4 bhk flat, or he want a two floor room, two floor house, right? And like how many room he want, how many kitchen he want, that all properties will be there in the house. And this design and template will contain some functionalities also. Okay, functionalities also, right? That is, he want a automatic door, he want let's assume he want different functionalities. Okay, automatic electricity, automatic switch he want, right? So like that, this design or blueprint will contain some properties and some functionalities. Okay, after getting the template, he got the template, after getting the design, he will go to the carpenter. Okay, he will go to the carpenter here, right? And this carpenter with his worker, this carpenter will with his worker, they will construct a house for Swapnil here, right? For Swapnil here. So the moment Swapnil is using this house, this is nothing, this house is your object. Okay, so basically Swapnil will go inside it, Swapnil will use the properties of the house. Okay, Swapnil will use the functionalities of the house. And how Swapnil is able to use the properties and functionality? With the help of object. Okay, so basically, in order to use the properties and functionality of a class, okay, what we want a object. And this object, okay, this object is a real world entity. Okay, real world entity. Okay, so basically we have class and we have object, and this part, this design template or blueprint is called class. So class is what? Class is a blueprint or template that defines the properties and behavior of an object. And what is an object? Object is a real world entity with the help of which we can access those properties and those behavior of a class. Everyone is clear till this point what is class and what is object? Yes or no? Anyone has any doubt till this point? Not. Okay. Clear, right? Harsh, what you are not able to understand, at what point you are not able to understand, please write in the chat. Okay. So basically, architecture is creating the design, blueprint, or template, and that template defines the properties and functionality of object, and this is called class. The moment Swapnil is using the house, Swapnil is doing what? He's using the 4 bedroom, or like he's using a bedroom, he's using the kitchen, he's using the lights of a house, right? So how is able to use that house? The moment the house is created, and that house is what? Your object, right? Clear? So let's try to relate this real life example in our Java programming. Okay. So what happens? This is nothing but your client. Okay. This is a client. Client is there, and client will come. Okay. Client will be there, and client wants something from you. Okay. Client want to create a software, wants a software for his company. So what he will do? He will come to the programmer. Okay. So here you are the programmer here, right? So client will come with the requirement to the programmer, and programmer will do what? Programmer will create the blueprint or template. Okay, and there is a JVM. There is a JVM. We will be discussing about the JVM. Okay, this JVM will create the object for you behind the scene. Create object for you behind the scene. Okay, behind the scene. Everyone is clear? So we have the client, that is our Swapnil. Architecture is our programmer who is designing the template or the blueprint of that software. And there is a JVM that is sitting behind, and he's creating the object for us. Everyone is clear? This JVM we will be talking in our a few minutes ago, right? Yeah. Repeat, sir. Okay, so let's repeat it again, right? Should I take some another example, or should I explain, like again repeat the same example? Should I take another example? Yeah, another example. Okay. So again, let's take a very simple example. So there, like who wanted, right? So okay, Patel is here, and again, Patel is also like he's waiting for the big billion day sale, and he want to buy an iPhone. Okay, he wants a phone, not iPhone. He want a phone here, right? He want to buy a phone. So what he will do? He will go to the site. Okay, he will go either offline or online, and either to the shop or to the Flipkart or Amazon. Okay, where there is a sale. So let's assume he will go to the Flipkart, right? Flipkart. So first thing, Patel will do what? Patel has to buy a phone, right? So he has some expectation from the phone. That is the RAM. Okay, that is he want some configuration of RAM. Okay, he want to like a good camera. Okay, that is 120 megapixel camera or 64 megapixel camera. He want that part. Okay, he want a okay, he want a touch screen, right? So these are what? These are the properties of a phone. Okay, he want these properties, right? And there will be some functionality of a phone also, right? That is the phone is like you can say the phone help us to call. Okay, it has a torch, like that. There are different functionality of a phone, right? So the and now he has different options. That is, he has a Redmi phone. Okay, he has iPhone. Okay, so the moment he will buy this phone, this is what, this is the object. Okay, because with the help of the object he is able to access the properties and functionality of a class, and this is what, this is a class here. Okay, so basically what will happen, there will be a class. Okay, according to that class there will be some RAM configuration, some camera configuration, some touchscreen configuration. Okay, and the moment Patel is buying that phone, the moment that he's using that phone, this is an object. So object is what, it is a real world entity with the help of which you can access the properties and functionality of a class, right? So shall we move to the next point? Yes or no, guys? Now it is clear. Similarly, if you will take the example of fruit, fruit is a class, and the moment you are using apple, the moment you are using banana, and that are what? That are object. Okay, yeah. So we are clear with the first key point, that is this one. Uh, this one, object-oriented programming. That is about class and object. When I will do the practical implementation of that part, then you will get the clear idea. Okay, let's move to the second part, and after that we will moving to the practical implementation. Right? What is this platform independent? Okay, so here let's first start with the C and C++. Right? C and C++ here. So basically, what happens in C and C++? You write a code. Okay, you write a code here on any editor or any IDE. Okay, you write some code here, right? That code is what, your source file. Okay, source file. And for C the extension is what, dot C. For C++, the extension is what, dot cpp. And what is this extension? If you download a video file, if you download a video file, you have a dot mp4 kind of extension. If you download a pictures, images, you have .jpg, .png, this kind of extensions. So similarly, if you are saving a source file, for C it is .c, and for C++ it is .cpp, right? So you have the source code, and this source code is in human understandable format. Okay, human understandable format, right? So we have the source code, and this source code will go to the compiler. Okay, compiler. And compiler is what? Compiler is a program. Okay, compiler is a program that will check the syntax of the programming language. So here, if I'm using a C compiler or C++ compiler, so there will the C compiler will check the syntax of C language, The C++ compiler will check the syntax of C++ language. Okay. After that, it will check the rules, all the rules of that language. Okay, all the rules of that language. After checking the rules of that language, after checking the syntax of C and C++, there are other factors also, like these are the important thing. And apart from that, there are a lot of other functionality of compiler. So here, it will check the syntax, semantics, and the rule of a language. After that, it will convert the source code to the .exe file, that is in zeros and one format. Okay, in 0 and 1 format, right? And this is your machine code. Okay, machine level code. And this code will instruct computer ki, hey computer, you have to do this part and you have to produce some output to us. Okay, so computer will take this code, it will execute this executable code, because our computer understands 0 and 1, right? Our computer understands 0 and 1. So basically here we have the source code, okay, and we have the .exe file, right? So what happens now? Let's assume you have a window operating system. Okay, you wrote this code on the window operating system. Okay, that is window operating system. You compiled the code on the window operating system, you got the .exe file for the window operating system, right everyone? After that, let's assume this is the executable file, this is a very important file, this is the executable file, and you want to run this file on Mac. Okay, you want to run this file on Mac, or let's assume you want to run this file on the Linux operating system, Linux OS or Mac OS. So what will happen? It is not possible. It is not possible here. You will not be able to run the executable file on Mac operating system or Linux operating system. And because this executable file is suitable for the window operating system. It is dependent on the window operating system. Right, everyone? So here, this executable file is what? It is platform dependent. Right? So you will say, hey, what is this platform dependent? What is this platform here? Okay, what is this platform here? So basically platform is your 1 minute, let's take another minute. Platform is your hardware. Okay, hardware plus the operating system. Okay, hardware plus operating system contributes to the platform. Okay, and now it is clear, right? This is an executable file, and this executable file, that is .exe file, is dependent on window. If you will try to run this .exe file on Mac or any other operating system, it will not run. So it is platform dependent. Everyone is clear with the platform dependency? Why C and C++ are platform dependent? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Anyone has any doubt till this point? Okay, anything you have to ask? Okay, similarly, if you will yeah, so similarly, if you have the C code or C++ code here, right, and that will be compiled by the compiler, and that compiler will give us, let's assume this time you are compiling the code on Mac. Okay, so the Mac will generate a .dmg file. Okay, .dmg file. For Windows, we have .exe file. For Mac, we have .dmg file. This .dmg file will contain zeros and one. That is machine level code. Okay, machine level code, and this will be executed by the system. Okay, this will be executed by the processor here, right? Executed. And if you will try to execute this .dmg file on Windows, it will not execute. It is not compatible on Windows because it is compatible on Mac. It is dependent on Mac. Similarly, it is not compatible on Linux or any other operating system. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? So that's why C and C++ are platform dependent at that time. And at that time, they wanted a language that is platform independent, right? So here, So they came up with the platform independent, and how they are able to achieve platform independent. This is a very interesting concept. So let's try to understand that part, right? So basically, what happens? Let's assume here now Java. How Java is able to achieve platform independency, right? Let's see that part. Platform independent, right? So basically, what happens in Java? You have the editor, okay? You have the ID where you write the code, okay? And this time you save the code with .java extension, right? Let's assume the name of the file is first.java, okay? So you have the source code that is understandable by the human, right? And this is your source code here. So again, there will be a compiler. Compiler is a program that will compile the code. That is, it will check the syntax, it will check the rule of the language, right? Rule of the language here. After checking all this part, what will happen? My compiler will say, okay, you have written, like, you are following the correct rule, you are following the correct grammar of that language. There is no issue from my side. What I will do this time, okay, this time my compiler will do what? It will convert the source code to the byte code. Okay, it will convert the source code to the byte code here. Okay, in C and C++, the source code is getting converted to the .exe file, that is to the machine code. Okay, but here my compiler is converting the source code to the byte code, and here this file is having the extension as .class. Okay, this file is having the extension as .class, and the name of the file is the class name. Okay, so first dot class here, right? So this bytecode is in encrypted format, encrypted format, encrypted format here. So we have the source code that is compiled by the compiler, and you will get the bytecode. And after that, here you are saying, hey, I have a machine. In this machine, I have Windows installed. In this machine, I have Mac installed. In this machine, what you have? You have, let's assume, Linux install here, right? So you have this bytecode, right? Now what, like how this Java is able to achieve platform independency with the help of the power of JVM. Okay, there is a JVM. JVM is again a program, and what happens in JVM? JVM will be installed on the top of the platform. Okay, that is your hardware. This is your hardware. On the top of the hardware, you have the OS. On this top of the OS, your JVM will be there. Okay, there is a layer of JVM. You have to install a JVM. We will be seeing how we can install a JVM. JVM is what? It is Java Virtual Machine. Okay, it is Java Virtual Machine here. So in order to achieve platform independency, we have to install JVM on top of the OS. So here we will install JVM. For Mac also, we will be installing JVM. Okay, this is your Mac and Mac OS, and this is your hardware here. Similarly, on the top of the Linux, you have to install JVM here, right? JVM here, and this is your hardware here, right? So what happens? This JVM will take the bytecode, okay, and this bytecode is platform independent, right? So it will take the bytecode, and JVM will take the bytecode as input, okay, and after taking the bytecode as input, it will convert the bytecode to the machine executable code, to the machine executable code here, right? Similarly, this also, it will go to the JVM. This JVM will convert the bytecode to the machine executable code, machine executable code here. Okay, similarly, this bytecode will be here in Linux, and this JVM will take the bytecode and it will convert the bytecode to the machine executable code. But one minute, let's move to the previous slide. Here also compiler is doing the same thing. It is taking the source code, it is converting the source code to the machine executable code. Similarly, here JVM is also doing the same thing. It is taking the bytecode and it is converting the bytecode to the machine executable code. Then what is the difference between this JVM and compiler? Anyone from the chat, what is the difference between JVM and compiler? Okay, you got the point. Like we saw C and C++, and in C and C++, compiler is taking the source code, it is converting the source code to the machine code. Okay, that is machine executable code. Similarly, here also JVM is also taking some code, right? And it is converting those code into machine executable code. Then what is the difference, guys? Okay, so basically here, if you will see the working of JVM, JVM is here, compiler is used for compilation. Here JVM will take the bytecode. Okay, JVM will take the bytecode. Here let's take a here 1 minute here. So you have the bytecode. Okay, bytecode, that is like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, this is dot class file, this is a bytecode. Okay, and here we have the JVM. Okay, here we have the JVM. So what we are saying here, JVM will take this bytecode as input and it will produce machine executable code, right? Machine executable code here. So guys, here my JVM will read the bytecode line by line. That is, it will read this line, execute this line. It will read the next line, execute the next line. It will read the next line, it will execute the next line. So my JVM is executing the code line by line. So here JVM is an interpreter. Okay, this JVM is what? It is an interpreter that is executing the bytecode line by line. Okay, line by line. Everyone is clear what is the difference between the compiler and JVM? Anyone has any doubt in this part, please write in the chat. So basically bytecode has encrypted data, okay, that is understandable by JVM. Okay, and this bytecode is helping us to achieve this part, right? That is this platform dependency, that is your bytecode and this JVM. Yeah, anyone has any doubt? Compiler converts to bytecode and JVM will convert bytecode to executable. Akansha, correct. Yeah, simple. Anyone has any doubt till this point? So now again we got some key point, right? Let's see what key point we have. So basically this is the flow, right? And here this point, that is we want something. Okay, we want something where we can write the source code, and that something will be your editor or any offline or online IDE. Offline or online IDE. Okay, for our bootcamp we are taking Visual Studio Code. Okay, we are taking Visual Studio Code. You can refer to any IDE, that is your any other IDE. Okay, so we will be seeing the setup of the Visual Studio Code. So we got a place where we can write the source code. Okay, we want something that can compile. Okay, we want that this part also, right? This compiler also, right? So in order to get the compiler, we have Javac compiler, right? And in order to get the Javac compiler, okay, in order to get the Javac compiler, we have to install something, and that something is what? Your JDK. Okay, so I am discussing about the JDK. Okay, what happens? You have to install the Javac compiler and you need something, this one, JVM, to achieve platform independency. So you need two things, that is your compiler that will convert your source code to the bytecode, and you need a JVM on top of the operating system that will take the bytecode and convert that bytecode to the machine executable format, right? And here, in order to get this in order to get this compiler, okay, and this JVM, we have to install JDK in our machine. Okay, we have to install JDK in our machine, that is Java Development Kit. Okay, development kit. So let's do some practical part, and after that I will explain you this Java Development Kit. Okay, everyone. So what? You can use NetBeans also. It is up to you, right? So here. So basically here you can see, if you will write Visual Studio Code download, from here you can go to the link, the first link, and from here you can download the Visual Studio Code for your Windows, Linux and Mac. What you have to do, click on this part and you can see the downloading is started here. Here it is started. I have already downloaded the Visual Studio Code, so I will not download again. What you have to do after downloading the Visual Studio Code, uh, you have to just click on next, 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 and it is a very simple setup. You will be able to do that part. And apart from that, here engineering group, right? Repeat again, sir. What you're not able to understand engineering group in this Java JVM used to convert bytecode to machine code. Correct? Yeah, it is correct. Why we need JVM? Java is already having compiler to convert source code into machine exec. Tarun, like Tarun has one confusion here. So Tarun is saying ki, hey, why we need JVM? Okay, let's clear that Tarun doubt here, right? So Tarun, tell me one thing. Basically, what we are doing, we have to execute the Java application on different machine. Okay, we have to, like, we have created one software here, right? We have created one software here, that is, let's assume I have created the software in C++ and Java. And yeah, so I have created the software that is for C, I have .exe file. For Java, I have, sorry, for C++, I have .exe file, that is the executable file. For Java, I have what? I have dot class file, right? So if I have different machine, let's assume I have one window, I have a machine that is your Mac, and I have one operating system that is your Linux here, right? So tell me, if I will execute this two file, that is the C code file and the C++ executable file to the window, it will run. It will run because it is .exe. It is compatible with Windows. But if I will try to run this file on Mac and Linux, it will not run because it is platform dependent. In order to achieve this platform independency, I have to install JVM, right? That's why I'm installing JVM. In order to run this Java code on different platform, right? Uh, okay, so yes, sir, you don't have to learn Visual Studio, you will learn by correct. So Ankit is having one question here, that is, so JVM is platform dependent and Java programming language is platform independent. So basically, okay, so here Ankit is saying that Java JVM is platform dependent and Java programming language is platform independent. Uh, it is like Ankit here. Okay, so basically JVM is platform dependent. It is correct. Okay, that is platform dependent. Here it is correct. This point is correct. That is, you have to install different JVM for Windows, and for this you have to install JVM for Mac, and you have to install JVM for Linux and other operating system, right? But this bytecode and this JVM is helping us to achieve platform independency. With the help of bytecode and JVM, we are able to achieve platform independency. You are getting that point, Ankit? Yes or no? So Java is like it is not a platform independent like a platform independent language, right? It is like with the help of bytecode and JVM, it is achieving platform independency. You got the point, Ankit? Sir, can we why we cannot introduce the concept of JVM like into C++? Then I have to see that answer, right? Like I also don't know about that answer. Yeah. So what is the difference between debugging? Basically, Tane, what happens, like you will say ki, why JavaScript, and like there are different things and according to different requirement, right? So basically we use JavaScript. Basically our browser supports JavaScript, right? So to create a good web design and to create a web application, we use JavaScript, right? That is for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So you will say, "Hey, why I'm not using this Java in place of JavaScript?" So every language has some requirement. Okay. So to attain that requirement, to achieve that requirement, we are doing that thing. Okay. So, sir, what is the difference between debugging and run Java program? So, Ajay is saying ki, what is the difference between debugging? Debugging means finding error, and running the Java program is like executing the source code. Okay, compiling and executing the source code to the machine code and instructing the computer ki, hey computer, you want to do that thing, right? Sir, what is the difference between? You got the point, Ajay? Yeah. JVM is also. So please repeat compiler and JVM difference. So basically, okay, again I should repeat. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Hmm. So what happens here? So basically, JVM is like it is taking the bytecode, it is reading the bytecode line by line and converting the bytecode into machine. That is, it is taking one line, executing that line, moving to the next line, executing that line. So it is reading and executing line by line. That is why JVM is called as interpreter. Okay, it is acting as an interpreter. Okay, and my compiler is doing what? It is taking the source code, it is compiling the source code, and the functionality of compiler is different, right? You're getting that point? It is checking the syntax, semantics, the rules of the language. So this is the functionality of the compiler. Okay, you got the point? Yeah. Okay, so let's try to move further, right? Yeah. So again, so here, what I will do, I got the Visual Studio Code downloaded where I can write the source code, right? After that, what I will do, I will go to the JDK. Okay, how to get the JDK here? 1 minute. So what you have to do? Here you have to go to this link, that is Java download Oracle. Okay, and from here you will see the options for Linux, Mac OS, Windows. So for different operating system you have different JDK package, that is Java development kit, right? So here you have to install that package here. So what you have to do, I think you have to install this one, that is x64 compressed archive, right? Yeah. So or you can install this one, that is x64 installer. You have to click this one, it will get installed. What you have to do, you have to extract the file, and you have to extract the file in the C drive. Okay, after extracting the file in the C drive, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, so after extracting the file in the C drive, what you have to do, you have to go here, right? That is 1 minute, go to the C drive here. So after downloading the JDK, you have to go to the C drive. Inside the C drive, here you can see the program files. Inside the program files, here you can see the Java folder, right? So if you are getting this Java folder, that means you have downloaded the JDK correctly, right? Open this JDK, sorry, open this Java. Inside the Java folder, you will see the JDK folder, right? Open this JDK folder and open the bin folder. Inside the bin folder, copy the path. The above path, you have to copy this path, right? After copying this path, you have to set the environment. So how you will set that part? Go to the search. In the search, you have to type edit the environment variable, right? Edit the system environment variable. So go to the edit the system environment variable. From here, this one, go to environment variable option. The moment you will click on environment variable, you will get this pop-up, and from here select the path. From here click on edit, and from here you have to click on new, and from here paste the path you have copied, that is C program. Inside C program files you have Java folder, inside Java folder you have JDK folder, inside JDK folder you have bin folder. So you have to paste this path. After pasting this path, what you have to do, you have to click on OK. Okay, I have already done that thing, right? So that's why I'm not doing again. So you have to click on OK, you have to click on OK, you have to click on OK, and it is done, right? So you have installed the Visual Studio Code and you have downloaded JDK and you have set the environment variable here, right? Raki, it is not must. You can use any other IDE also, right? You can use NetBeans, you can use IntelliJ, okay, you can use Eclipse, okay. So here in this tutorial, we are going with the Visual Studio Code, right? So please show me how to debugging it. Okay, okay, Ajay, like wait for some lecture and I will show everything, okay? So after that, what you have to do, open the Visual Studio Code. You will get this Visual Studio Code, and the moment you will open the Visual Studio Code, you will see this kind of screen, right? So what you have to do, let's create a folder here, that is new Java Bootcamp folder here, right? Java Bootcamp. After that, what you have to do, from here, let me increase the font size first, right? Yeah. So here you can see this thing, right? So from here you can see the file. From file, click on open folder. Okay. The moment you will click on open folder, you will get this pop-up. You have to select the folder. Either you have made that folder in the desktop, document, download, anywhere. Here I have created a folder in the desktop. So I will select this Java Bootcamp where I will save my Java code, right? So here, this one, right? Okay. After that, click on yes, and here you will see this one, right? You are inside the Java Bootcamp folder, right? And now you have to create a file. So let's create a file here. How to create a file? Either you can go on this part and from here create a new file. That is from file, go to new file. Okay, this is the first option. The second option is here you can see this icon, that is plus icon, plus file icon. You can click on this plus icon and click on first dot Java here, right? This one. So here you have created a file, and after that you have to write a code. So for, like, if you are familiar with C and C++, there is an entry point from where the execution will start. That is your main function. Similarly, here also you have an entry point, right? So let's create a simple program, and after that I will explain that thing, right? So I will take 10 more minutes, and after that we will end our session, right? So class, you have to create a class because Java is all about class and object. So I have to deal with class and object. So class, and after that the name of the class. Always write the name of the class same as the file name. Okay, it is not compulsory. Okay, so we will be seeing like why it is not compulsory. So here I am writing the name of the class as same as the file name, that is first here, right? And after that the curly bracket, open and close curly bracket. This class is what? Class is a blueprint or template that defines the properties and behavior of an object. So you have to create a class, right? Inside the class, there will be an entry point from where the execution will start. And that entry point is what? It is public static void main, right? What is this public keyword, static keyword, void keyword, main keyword? We will be discussing about in the next session, okay? So here I have to write string. I have to take an argument here, right? That is string array argument here. And after that, here, this is the entry point. Okay, this is the entry point, and here I have to print something on the output screen. So let's print hello world on the output screen. Let's see how I can print hello world, right? For C programming, we have to use printf function. For C++, we have to use cout object, and for Java, we have to use system.out.println, right? So I have to write system.out.println. Okay, and here inside double quotes, if you have to print any English statement, inside double quotes write hello world. Okay, you can write anything, hello world and anything, right? Java is fun here, right? Java is fun here, and you are done with the part, and at the end you have to return, right? You have to return. So you have created a simple program in Java. Okay, so let's save the code, and now let's compile the code, and after that we will be discussing about the remaining thing, right? So here, in order to compile the code, go to this bar, and from here select the terminal. In the terminal, click on new terminal, and inside the new terminal, what you have to do? First you have to compile the source code, right? First you have to, sir, why use public static void main? Raki, like today it is not possible for us to discuss that part. Okay, it will take 20 to 50 15 to 20 minutes, so I will discuss that thing in the next session. Okay, so today's session I will just run the code, and I will see like let's see what will happen, how to run the code. Okay, yeah, how does the just in time compiler JTK work, and what does it perform on the, okay, like I will answer each and every question, please be patient guys. Okay, so here, this one, and we are here, right? So now I have to run the code. In order to run the code, what you have to do? First you have to compile the code, right? And in order to compile the code, you have the compiler. The name of the compiler is what? Java C, right? So Java C space and the name of the class file, sorry, the name of the file here, the name of the file is what? First dot Java, right? So please see here, see this screen here, this screen, right? So here you can see only one file, that is first dot Java, right? First dot Java here. The moment I will compile the code, you will see, 1 minute, let's see if, yeah. So here you can see I am having one more file, that is first dot glass file. So you have the source code that is compiled by the compiler, and you got a new file, that is first dot glass file. And here you can see this is the encrypted file. Here you can see the file is not displayed in the text editor because it is either binary or uses an unsupported text encoding. So it is a encrypted file. Okay. So now you have to run this bytecode on the JVM. So the moment I have installed JDK, JDK will give us the JVM and the compiler. So JVM is already running on the top of the operating system. So now in order to run this bytecode, what I will do? Okay, I will write Java, and after that I have to write the name of the class. Here the name of the class is what? First. So I will write first. Okay, and let's run the code, and you will see I am getting hello world Java is fun on the output screen. Right, everyone? Hello world Java is fun on the output screen here. 1 minute. Yeah. So now what we are left with this part, right? That is we are left with public static void main. Okay, we are left with this system.out.println, and we are left with the difference between JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay, so this will take 30 minutes, and I will discuss this part in the next session because it is already time, that is 1 hour. Okay, so we will be discussing about this part in the next session, and after that we will be starting with the introduction of variables, how to store the variables and what happened behind the scene. Okay, everyone? Yes or no? Apart from that, if you have any confusion, any doubt, please write in the chat. Okay, source for practicing for Java program. Okay, so 1 minute. Shall I discuss the this part, that is the JDK JVM? Okay, it will take 5 minutes. Okay, let's discuss this part. Okay, with the help of some real life example, let's try to discuss about JDK, JRE, and JVM. Okay, everyone, can I discuss, or shall I discuss this part in the next session? Please write in the chat. Yeah, should I discuss? Yeah. So let's take one example here. Let's take the example of Himanshu here, right? So Himanshu is here, and Himanshu is saying ki, hey, like Himanshu is studying in some college, okay, and the teacher is here, right? Teacher is here. So the teacher asked Himanshu ki, hey, you have to create a project on college management system using Java. Okay, college management system using Java. So Himanshu will go home, okay, and Himanshu will open his laptop and he will install JDK. He will install the, okay, he will install JDK. He will install the ID, and he will write a code here on his machine. Okay, he wrote the code. He wrote the code, that is, he developed the code. After developing a code, he will run the code. Okay, he will run the code on his machine, and he checked that his code is working fine. Okay, his application is working fine. Okay, so basically this JDK is providing us an environment where he can develop the code. Okay, where he can develop the code and execute the code, right? So this is the first part, right? After that, he will, like, after 15 days he will go to the teacher, and he will ask teacher ki, hey teacher, like, I have already done the code, and now you can take my application. So my teacher has one machine, that is let's assume my teacher has Mac. Okay, and Himanshu is using Windows here, right? Himanshu is using Windows here. So what Himanshu will do, since teacher has to just execute the code, okay, teacher has to just execute the code, teacher will not develop the code again. Okay, teacher will just see whether the code is running successfully or not, right? So what Himanshu will say ki, hey teacher, you can install JDK, but there is no need to install JDK, you can install JRE in your system. Okay, with the help of JRE you can just execute the code. Okay, with the help of JRE you can just execute the code. Why? Because you have the JDK. Okay, this is your JDK here. Inside JDK you have the JRE, okay, plus development tools here. Okay, development tools here. After that, inside JRE you have JVM, okay, plus your classes and libraries here. Okay, classes and libraries here. So basically, if you have to develop and execute, Okay, if you have to develop and run the code, run the application, you need JDK. Okay, you need JDK. If you have to just run the code, this is your Himanshu, right? And this is a teacher. Teacher just want the code. So in order to run the code, teacher just want JVM. Okay, teacher just want JVM and the classes and libraries, right? So Himanshu will do what? Himanshu will say, ki, hey, you can install JDK, but JVM will also do your work. So in the teacher machine, JVM will be installed, okay, and he will run the code in the teacher machine, and it is compatible because we know with the help of JVM and with the help of bytecode, okay, and the Himanshu will give what? The Himanshu will give bytecode, okay, not the whole code, okay. Himanshu will not give the whole code. He will just give the bytecode. That bytecode will be taken by the JVM, okay, that is installed on the teacher machine, and that bytecode will be converted by the JVM to the machine executable code, and that Mac OS will execute that code. Okay, everyone, and the application will run, and that will be the part. So we have the JDK. Inside JDK, we have JRE, and so JDK is what? So let's discuss about JDK and JRE, right? So JDK help us to achieve, help us to develop and run the Java code, that is Java application. JRE is there to just run the Java application. After that, you have JVM. JVM is doing what? JVM is acting as an interpreter that is converting the bytecode to a machine executable code line by line. Bytecode to machine executable code line by line. Machine executable code line by line. Okay. So here JDK is clear, JR is clear, JVM is clear, right, everyone? Apart from that, there is a JVM architecture. Okay, we are not going in the details of the JVM architecture. This is a simple application of JDK, JRE, and JVM. Anyone has any doubt till this point, please write in the chat. Okay, and apart from that, public static void main we will be discussing in the next session. Okay, so Java development kit, JDK, JRE is Java runtime environment. Okay, it is providing a runtime environment where you can run the bytecode, okay, to a and get some output from it, right? And JVM is what? Java virtual machine. Yeah, correct. Apart from this, anyone has any doubt, please write in the chat. Okay, and related to the attendance, related to the assignment, please, like after the session, please watch the first 10 minutes. Prasad has already discussed about that thing. Okay, and if you have any confusion, I will like in the next session I will again discuss from the start, right? And like if I will give you a gist, what you have to do, you have to go to the descriptions. Okay, here in the description you can see the link, right? This link. From this link, this one, you can mark the attendance and assignments and everything, right? And apart from that, we have the full stack web development and data science program. You can go through that program also, right? Yeah. Tanay, like I have not studied from, like I'm not the book person, so it is like you will search and you will get the answer. Okay, search on Google, you will get the answer for that thing. What will be the best book for Java, right? Okay, so hope you have enjoyed the class, guys. If you have any suggestion, what is the duration of the course? It is 1 hour, okay, and sometime it will go with like it will exceed to 1 hour 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, what is learn what to learn after Java Essentials. So basically, Naveen, if you want to learn something after Java Essentials, you can go with the advanced part. Okay, that is go with the data structures, all the data structure, and try to practice like try to solve 10 to 15 problems, 15 to 20 problems on each and every data structure, right? And after that, you are good to go. You can create some projects and try to create some simple projects. Okay, and after that, move to a good project. Okay. So if you go to the, if you have to go to the backend part, you have to create a backend of any applications. For that thing, you have to learn Spring Boot and all, right? Okay. So Tanay, what is multi-threading? Okay. So basically, you know, Tanay, can you write in the chat what is process? What is process, Tanay? Right? Okay. Because multi-threading is like if you have to execute more than one task at the same time, you can use that, like you can achieve that part with the help of multi-threading, right? You have multiple threads that are running in the parallel. can I do more programming in mobile? No, it is not possible, right? You have to buy a laptop or you have to borrow a laptop and try to practice more. Okay. So the main agenda is like you have to practice more. The more you will practice, the more you will get the concept. The more you will dry run the code. Like in the upcoming session, I will tell you how to dry run a code, right? How to approach a problem statement, how to break a problem statement to smaller, similar sub problem statement. Okay, so you have to follow those steps, right, in order to improve your program. Program under the execution is called process. Uh, correct, yeah. So we have the process, and for each process we have different threads, right? So I'm not going again in that part because it will create confusion in the audience, right? Yeah. How many days you will teach for us? Like this is a 5-day bootcamp essentials, so I will be available for 5 days, right? In the first 1 hour, we will be discussing about the course, and after that, we have 10 to 15 minutes or 5 minutes according to the problem, like according to your doubts, right? Yeah. Sir, assignment. You will get assignment after the day 3, okay? Because we are covering the basic stuff in day 1 and day 2, and after that, we will be moving to the advanced stuff, right? I know some basic of C language. Easy to learn Java. Yes. You will be able to learn. You will be able to relate. Try to relate. Okay, like I have C language. How Java is helping us? Like what benefits Java is giving us as compared to C, right? Yeah. Sir, I am from civil engineering, and okay, I want to shift to IT field. Can it possible? And which difficulty? Yes, IT student. Yeah, you can shift to the IT field. Okay. So the difficulty is what you have to be like clear with the path. Okay, don't go with the random resources. Okay, because there are a lot of resources present in the YouTube. Okay, so try to fix one resource for you and try to learn from that resource itself, right? Try to practice more. Okay, try to create project. The more you will create project, the more you will get self confidence, right? And apart from that, you have to solve, like if you have to build the problem solving skills, then go with the data structure part and try to learn about different data structure, try to implement those data structure, right? And yeah, it will take some time, but if you are going steadily, okay, if you are going in a continuous manner, trying to solve 1 and 2 problem each day, you will see the progress, and after some month you will be seeing like how you can go to the other part, right? Try to take reference from the LinkedIn, and like the people will ask you about okay, they will not see your degree, right? If you have the correct connections in on the LinkedIn and other thing, then they will not see the connect they will not see your degree and all, right? If you have the correct knowledge. Yeah, like some companies see, like most of the companies see the degree also, but it is like you will get the placement. Okay, you have to be more dedicated. So it is possible to run code in Android. uh, Depends. It is possible to run code in Android. You can run the code. You can use a online ID. Okay, on that online ID you can write the code, but you have to do the setup, right? So it will like it is of no use, right? Try to take a laptop and try to do that coding part, because what you will do is like you will practice coding for 5 today on Android or any mobile app, right? And after that you will get bored and you will leave that thing, right? So basically in this programming world, you have to move. Okay, you have to take one step each day, then only you will be able to improve. Okay, so it is possible. Okay, I've already Java can build Uber like apps. If not, then which language can help? Hard world. It is like the Java will build the if you have to build any applications, that is your Uber and all. Okay, so basically on the depending on the problem statement, you will be able to build the backend side. Okay, with the help of Java. Okay, and for that thing, basics, advanced, in the advanced part, go with all the data structures, and after that move to the Spring Boot and all to learn about that thing, right? That is the project to learn about, create some projects. And in order to make the front end thing, you have to learn about the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and after that learn any any library for the front end, that is React JS or any framework, right? That is Angular or any other, right? So it depends on you. And if you have any confusion, you can mail us on support@letsupgrade.in, and there we will be like discussing about that thing, okay? Or we will be conducting a workshop in the future where we will be taking that topic, right, in detail. How to practice a different example in Java? Can you tell any website? Rakesh, like if you are a complete beginner, take HackerRank, okay, or HackerEarth, and in HackerRank and HackerEarth, try to solve those questions, okay. And after completing this basics questions from this platform, then try to learn about each and every data structures, okay. Try to solve 15 to 20 questions, and if you are preparing for the interview purpose, go with the lead code. If you want to excel in competitive programming, you can use CodeShare, but try to use lead code, okay. But don't directly jump to the lead code part, right? First try to solve, like first try to make your basic clear and try to be like more clear with the basics and other stuff like the syntax and other thing, right? Yeah. Sir, what is Git and GitHub? Uh, Try to search that thing, Raki, right? Because you have to upload the assignment, so you have to like see the what is Git and GitHub, right? Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, everyone. How is the demand for Java? Like Naveen, currently I am applying for company, and like most of the company is asking for Java itself, right? So like there is a huge demand of Java right now. How is the demand for Java, Naveen? Yeah, the demand of Java is like it is very huge. Like each and like 80% of the company that I am applying there, I am getting Java itself, right? So basically, that will be the answer. After 5 days, this will be the paid course. Epic, this is a 5 day bootcamp essentials, right? And after that, we have the workshop. We have the programs, that is a full stack program, and that is data science and web development program. Here you can see the link, right? You can go to the program if if you have to learn web development, if you have to learn data science, you can go to this program, right here. And here you can see the USP of the program that Prashad has already discussed in the starting. That is a lesson will be 100% live, and here you can see you will be getting the mentorship session, you will get the placement assistant from our side, okay. We have the tie up with 150 plus companies and the rating, okay. And apart from that, people who all got placed, and here we are just having 4, but there are a lot of peoples, and we have the whole like the whole list, okay. So apart from that, here you can see what all we are going to learn in the front end department, that is React.js. In order to style, we are using Sass, C and CSS, right? And we have the Git and GitHub tutorials. And apart from that, in the backend department, we are having Node.js, okay, to create the backend. And in the database department, we are having the MongoDB and all, right? So in order to get the more understanding of the full stack program, you can contact us on the Let's Upgrade support at the rate letsupgrade.in, and like you can download the brochure also, and you can see the trainer who all are having like more than 5 years of experience, so they will share like how you can enter in this field and how to approach a problem statement. Everything will be discussed in this boot camp, okay. Similarly, we have the boot camp for the data science also, right? What is the fee for this program? Go to the link, and here you can see the fee also, right? We are trying to make the fee as minimal as possible, so try to go to that link here, right? Here, right, this one. So here you can see the training will be like 100% live, okay. If you want any assistant, any doubt session, that is one-to-one doubt session from the trainer or from the training assistance, sorry, from the doubt assistance person, you will get that doubt class, right? And apart from that, here you can see BTech eligibility is what it will be like BTech or any particular course you have done, and this will be the 6 month program, that is the hands-on practice, and there will be 7 to 10 hour week classes, okay, evening classes there, and every classes will be live, and you will get the recorded session also, right? And you will get the placement assistance also. And here you can see the fees also, and here you can see the EMI that is starting from this one, right? Yeah. Anything else? So it is not visible enough. What you can do, you can go to this like try to increase your video quality, and if not, you can go to the description, and from the description you can see the link, right? Go to the link and try to explore that part, right? There's so many vacancy of .NET developer in market. Omkar, it is like if you have to choose, like there are 5 colors in front of you, right? Red, blue, green, yellow. And if you are seeing red color, then you will see red color itself, right? So if you will explore, you will see like, yeah, there is a vacancy of .NET, there is a vacancy of React, there is a vacancy of everything. But it is not possible for every one of us to learn each and everything. So take one thing, try to excel that part. If someone is asking something to you, you are like there to answer each and every question, right? So take that thing, right? Yeah. So it is possible to run two main method in a single. No. Like this, I will discuss in the next session. It is not possible. Okay. Log and thumb. Yeah. Okay. Epic, you can mail us on the support@rate letsupgrade.in, and from there, if you are like having doubt in the fees part, you will get the clear understanding. Like, okay. So okay, yeah. So if you have any doubt related to the fees, if you are thinking the fees is too high or too low or anything related to the session, you can mail us on the support@rate letsupgrade.in. And apart from that, thank you everyone for joining the session. Hope you have enjoyed the session. We have next class that is starting from 8, and there we are having Python class that is taken by our sir, and you can go to that class also, and you can explore that Python also, right? So it is very important, if you are complete beginner, explore 3 to 4 language, right? Explore Python, explore Java, explore C++, and after that choose one language, try to explore, try to excel that language, right? So this will be the basic, okay, path you have to follow. Sir, I know all the basics of Java by you, and I want to learn syntax building and logic building, sir. And I have 10 program for each variable method. Yes, I can improve program. Rakesh, I know all the basics of Java, right? Rakesh, it is like try to practice each and every day. And Rakesh, come tomorrow again. Like it is already time, and I have to close the session. So tomorrow I will be discussing how you can build the problem solving sessions, and how you can create an account on the hacker rank, and how you can approach a problem statement on each and every platform, right? Okay, everyone. So thank you, everyone. We will be joining today at 6:30 p.m. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining this session, right? Thank you.
If you have liked this Essentials program, which is giving you a confidence that you can become a developer, this is just a starting. You can enjoy this learning for at least next 6 months and also become a full stack web developer or a full stack data science person and crack a job end of the day. If you are interested for that program, just go check out LetsUpgrade's full stack program right now from the website. What are the key features of LetsUpgrade's full stack program? 3 key features of LetsUpgrade full stack program. Number 1, you get to learn everything live by an expert coming in from an industry. So this expert is working as a day job, and sham ke time, evening time, this guy is going to teach you in your classes. This cohort is going to be of only 20 students at the max. So lots of focus is there on you to make you an industry ready developer, and you can get jobs in 150 plus partner companies that we have got, that LetsUpgrade has got, NPCI, Redclass and various other companies. Now talking about the second feature, you get to build 15 plus projects. These 15 projects will help you get the confidence that you can be the top-notch developer at any company. Let it be the FANG companies or the MANG companies, or let it be any tier 2 or a service-based or product-based companies. Third and the last feature, we have an amazing job board where on a day-to-day basis, we get 10 to 20 job descriptions, JDs, job applications being uploaded by companies directly. You can go ahead and check out those all jobs, apply, and we will go and get you prepared for that interview. So this is the 3 things, 3 big USPs of LetsUpgrade's full stack program. Go join right now. You can avail a 20% straight discount. The price of this program is 36,600, but you can get this program for 29,600 right now. Go check it out and let's meet in your batch 1, which is happening this Saturday. Bye bye. Take care. Have a nice day.